हेलो नमस्कार। खुश रहो बच्चों। आई एम जेवीएन डॉक्टर शहनवाज आलम, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ऑफ ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी जयपुर. Today we discuss about the most important concept of public finance and money banking. Today topic is growth of Indian public debt. Internal debt growth and composition of uninterrupted and rapid growth of India public debt has been matter of serious concern, and increasing debt servicing servicing uh, burden and the feedback into further deficit and debt has raised the sustainability and the solvency in adverse impact of the economic growth by the crowding out the private investment has also been matter for concern. The government finance deteriorate and deficit emergence in the revenue in current account in 1982 and its rapid increase in the caused Indian central government to the employ public debt mainly and instrument to transfer private savings into public consumptions and public investment. A considerable proportion of the latter being unproductive. Increasing indebtedness has raised questions about sustainability and has da- dampened the growth prospect of the economy by the crowding out private investment. The growth of the government can be viewed in relation to the development strategy and economic environment in the country, and distinct phases in the trend can be discerned. Initially, the government borrowed was meant to finance public sector investment in keeping with the development strategy of India first few 5-year plan. Thus, public debt as a ratio of gross domestic product increased from 30% in 1950-51 to 36% in 1960-61, remaining broadly at the level of 1964 and 65. However, inability to generate public saving requirement financing for the public sector investment in initiative the economic recession of 1965, which forced the suspension of plan from 1966 to 1968 and new plan start in 1969. Subsequently, in the second phase, the government indebtedness declined sharply to 26 almost 26% of GDP until 1975. The third phase, rapid increase in public debt, particularly after 1984-1985. The debt to GDP ratio increased to 73% in 1980 and 81 to 45% in 1984 to 1985 and further to 56%, almost 56% in 1991. The financial expansion in the later half of 1980s and consequent sharp increase in the primary and revenue deficit at both central and state level resulted in rapid increase in debt GDP ratio. The build-up, the fiscal expansion in 1980s and persistent fiscal imbalance caused macroeconomic imbalance, creating a crisis in 1991. Thus, the fourth phase in public debt began with the fiscal contentment, which was, however, short-lived. the inability to certain government expansion on the one hand and decline the tax GDP ratio at the central level on the other resulted in the sharp increase in government indebtedness, bringing to the four serious questions of debt sustainability and solvency. The increase in indebtedness over the year is the both central and state government. The promotion of such deep-sea financing increased from 16% in 1970 to nearly one-third of during the half of 1980s. This resulted in unplanned growth in the public debt. The economic crisis of 1991 raised the serious question about the means of financing budget deficit. And in 1995, an agreement was reached between the Reserve Bank Governor and Finance Secretary of the Government of India to completely dispense with the practical monetizing the deficit. The high and increasing the rate of debt raised serious questions of stability and sustainability and had a damping the effect of economic growth. As such, borrowing is undertaken to finance current expenditure of the central and state government. It does not generate the direct or indirect return to the government to meet the debt surviving obligations. Thus, additional borrowing has to be restored, and the vicious cycle creates the imbalance between the saving and investment and spills over the balance of payment problem. The simple test of sustainability is given by the Domer rules, according to which debt is sustainable as long as the interest rate is lower than the growth rate of the economy. In India, the rate of interest were deliberately kept low, and therefore there was danger of the existing of the growth rate until the interest rate regime itself was liberalized. The effect of rapid increase in debt servicing feeding back into further borrowing, recent lowering the interest rate and accelerating the growth rate may be hold back the growth growth, but the high rate of borrowing to finance large finance deficit continue to be matter a serious concern. Fiscal consolidation is perhaps the key required to arrest the further rapid growth of Indian internal indebtedness. In next chapter, we will discuss about the concept of budgets and their features and classification. Thank you.